Disappointed!
Another Shenmue III development report is here, and yet again I have very mixed feelings. There's some awesome news to share and some not so exciting news. For one, we get some footage of a new character, and I have to say it's looking pretty good, especially for the smaller budget and smaller team type game that this is. I have a lot of faith in the way this is looking so far as in the final product being great. I really think Shenmue 3, once it comes out, is going to be awesome, and again, I've said before in other videos, I am so completely biased in that regard. I will probably love it no matter what, just for the ability to revisit that world in a new form and continue the story. I think it's going to be a great game. I still have a lot of faith as far as that is concerned. Where I have slowly been losing faith, and this again kind of pounds that home a little bit further with each development, is in the financial success of Shenmue 3. The problem with Shenmue 3 is I feel like it is more of not just a continuation but the testing grounds to see where not only can the Shenmue franchise go from here and can it continue beyond this, but so far in as renewing faith in these kinds of projects of trusted developers with huge fan bases moving on to Kickstarter type projects and really going off on their own and developing something and hopefully not turning out to be a Mighty Number 9 scenario. I think this is a proving ground for a lot of different things beyond just Shenmue itself, but most importantly, this needs to do really well for us to see any more Shenmue, because I 100% believe that if Shenmue 3 is not a financial success, it will be the nail in the coffin for Shenmue completely. And the big issue here brings me up to the comment on the Kickstarter page, a little note under the video, where they say, "Thank you for watching and we hope you enjoyed it. We have also been receiving questions from our backers regarding our plans to participate in upcoming game shows." Here we go, guys, this is important. "While our schedule has yet to be finalized, we will be devoting June to game development, and as a result, will unfortunately not be participating in any game shows. On the other hand, we look forward to bringing you our monthly updates and hope you do too. Thank you from the Shenmue 3 team." This is a huge problem. And I'm speaking from wanting this game to be a success more than just as a fan. Those are two very different takes on what's happening here. From just wanting to enjoy the game and anticipating the game and being just a huge fan of Shenmue, do I care from that perspective if we get a big E3 showing and lots of press and that type of thing? No, I don't care. I'll sit back and wait and don't care the game's delayed like another 2 freaking years. Like I don't care. I will eventually get it and I'll eventually love it. Whatever. That's one part of me. The other part of me that tries to be a little more realistic and look at the economics of the situation knows that, as I said before, this has to be a financial success, and part of that is reaching out beyond the set Shenmue community. And even if Shenmue 1 and 2 HD comes out, the issue we're having now is more and more the public is just not hearing about Shenmue 3 at all, and frankly, I really think the general gaming public outside of Shenmue fans really just doesn't care anymore. I think that it's been almost 2 years since we had the giant Shenmue fervor going on and people going crazy, and people that have never seen or played Shenmue before thinking, wow, this is an awesome development. Even if they're not a personal fan, that's something that's a very interesting and exciting story that's unfolding. But you have to realize that outside of these updates and outside of the general community, there's been basically zero talk about this in gaming news channels and as far as just general gaming public outside of this. And the only things that have really happened were misinformation about funding and things like that. It really left a sour note, and I think the last thing people will really remember is 2 years ago we had this really exciting announcement. There was some confusion over what the heck was going on, what this project actually was, what Sony's involvement was, and then sort of just everything kind of went dark for people outside of the community. And we really need something to revitalize that, and E3 was going to be, in my opinion, a chance to do that. Even if they don't go out and show 20 minutes of gameplay, have it on the show floor, that type of thing. No, even if there's just a good presentation, a short trailer, just something to really force it to be in front of the eyes of people that aren't going and looking at updates all the time. They aren't on the Kickstarter. They aren't on Shenmue Dojo's website. We need to show this to people and get people re-excited about Shenmue and bring in new fans, so this is not going to work. and there just seems to be a complete lack of initiative to do that. I really think that the message that I'm getting is that everyone involved is very okay with sitting back and being more involved solely within their supporters, within the community that's already established, and there is no real desire or effort, I feel, to market outside of that until it gets really close to the game's release, and I just hope that doesn't backfire. Speaking of that, seeing where development is so far, I'm starting again to less and less think that this is going to come out by the end of the year. I really thought that it was a definite thing. I thought, for a while I had a lot of confidence in that, but I really think that it's more than likely going to be delayed, which I said I have no problem with. I would just think that it should be made a little more apparent where they're at on the project, because all these little developments are really cool and I like it, but there's no real sense of where Shenmue 3 actually is along in its development. Is it just gonna barely miss the holiday mark because they're far enough along, but they can't quite wrap everything up and tie up loose ends by then? Or is it something where there's no way in hell it'll be out before Christmas 2018? Where are they in development? We're getting these little snippets and it's really cool and keeping the community excited, but no one outside is really giving a crap anymore, and we honestly have no concrete information of what is really going on with Shenmue 3. Again, I have faith that the final product is going to be awesome, but I am not certain of when it'll actually come out, and I'm less and less certain of whether or not it'll be a financial success, which, speaking outside of just being a fanboy of the series, I really want that to happen, because otherwise, we're going to be in the same situation, I think, with at the end of Shenmue 2. We're going to get another chapter of the story, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to be all revved up and excited, but if it is a financial flop, we will be in the same boat as we were over a decade ago. So this is an interesting, but also fairly disappointing update.